calls me, then it's gonna interrupt that shit. All right, guys, Killing the Game podcast, Killing the Game podcast.
Yo,
We're out here with our boy DG.
What up? How's it going?
What's going on, bro? You came down from west?
From Goleta.
Goleta?
Yeah, Goleta. Yeah, Goleta, California. Yeah.
Damn, was a pleasure having you over, dog.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me. I appreciate the invite.
To all our viewers, he's like a person that does multiple things. Yeah, I know you. You spit, you rap, and you also do some fighting, jiu-jitsu type of stuff. Mm-hmm. We're gonna go into that one, but we're going into depth to what it is you do, how you got into it, how far you're into it, what's your expectations coming into it, and what are you at now. And we're gonna go ahead and see and speak about a couple of those things. But let's just warm up right now and just chat it up. What about this weekend? Sure. What did everybody do for the weekends?
You want to start?
You guys.
Go ahead. Well, me, I just kind of kept it mellow this weekend. I had the match last weekend, so this one I just kind of chilled, took it easy. Yeah.
How was that match? How was the match last weekend?
It was good, man. It was a draw because it's submission only, so it's like nobody won.
Nobody got submitted.
So nobody got submitted. But it was back and forth, man. Like
that's dope.
because there's different ways, like different competitions. Like some will judge. Some will judge it, like they'll be like judge's decision, right? And then some is point based, like depending on moves, right? So
I think I would be a good judger.
Yeah, it's good, man. You gotta be in there, man. You gotta be in there. Like if something
it's because if he likes you, he's biased. Man. He's a good guy. Like, I mean, I like him. He's gonna make some points, man. He won. That's a zombie and shit.
Oh, shit.
You gotta be on there, bro. Like some fools will fall asleep, they'll go to sleep and shit, and then you gotta be the one to be like, hey,
It's because I feel like you like with a position like that, you're fucking with somebody's career, so like you gotta be as
it's the same thing. Like if you were like in those spots that you like that you go and like what do they call them, like when you go and sing for them to see if they could get you into a record or anything like that, like those TV shows that come out,
like a reality show.
Like Singing with the Stars and shit. Like with the Stars. No, like The Voice. You know, like the
like American Idol.
Yeah, like the people there are saying if you could sing or not.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's the same thing. It's the same thing. You break people's dreams.
But
imagine, there's little kids that go in there and they start crying when they tell them, they don't press the button or whatever.
Oh yeah.
So it's the same thing. You're telling them. You're basically telling them, the homie.
Exactly.
But that's why they tell you in the beginning, like you need to, like when you're gonna pursue something, you gotta you gotta be in you. You gotta be like you can't let somebody tell you no, and just because they told you that one no, that means no. Dog. Like you can get 10 no's and get one yes.
Exactly.
And it could be in 10 years, it could be in 5 years, or it could be in 20 years. You could be 40 and barely making it, you know, or you could be like 15 and you're already making it. You know?
This is the realest shit. This is the realest shit right here. But what if they suck?
What if they do suck? And I will let them know.
Yeah.
When do you draw the line? Like,
have you had any fucking like? Well, you said it was haters. A draw, so it wasn't
No,
haters. I'm pretty sure you have.
No, I mean it's not even that, but it's like in this jiu-jitsu game would be the same thing, kind of because you take losses, like you know you can't win them all, you know, and sometimes if you don't prepare or the next dude prepares more than you, you take that L.
Yeah,
but,
you got to.
And I guess now that you were saying that, it kind of compares to somebody telling you like, nah, like you're not ready or whatever. It's not you're not at there, but it's like the person that's gonna keep trying and try to practice makes perfect, right?
See, so at the end of the day, you
that's who ends up making it at the end. I think is like the ones that like keep trying, like even after like they take L or whatever.
That's why I'm gonna start doing OnlyFans. Fool, I'm not gonna let nobody tell me.
There you go, bro. That way, if they pay,
I'm hairy and old, I'm not.
If they pay, it's because they fuck with the
that I look old and that I'm fat and hairy. I think I'm just gonna do it, dog. Just a lot of people telling me no. I think I'm just gonna do it, dog.
So you're gonna do OnlyFans because people tell you look fat?
I know there's a viejita out there that wants this.
There's a market.
There's a market for my body.
I'm not saying no, but like, you're gonna do it because someone said you couldn't do it.
Send me a picture of your back. I'm just start
rasurada o sin rasurar, looking ass.
Send me a picture of your feet right when you take off your construction boots off. Damn.
Con todo y queso, güey. No. That's gross.
Do me a little, a minute video with you scratching your feet and all the cheese coming out.
That's crazy.
Well, there's shit like that. All these hyenas selling foot pics and shit, and like they want them to put ketchup and mayonnaise in them and shit, and like
what the hell? I don't know about all that.
Serio, there is.
Have you seen one?
No, I haven't seen them, but I'm saying like there's.
Have you seen that? Have you looked at that? I just say that's gross. That's gross.
They're full. There's so many like Instagrams like hyenas are going up putting videos, and they're like,
why not? Like everybody got their own thing.
Like OnlyFans is a dark place. Like they start requesting like crazy shit and like
You're fucking well versed.
Just saying,
that's funny, German. You're a fool.
That's fucking crazy, dog.
Yeah, that is crazy.
So you watched the game on Sunday, or?
No, I missed it. Yeah, what did I do? Oh, we ended up recording with some friends. We were recording with stuff. But yeah, I heard the results. Oh, I did kind of watch part of it because I did go out to eat and I watched like the tail end of it. Matter of fact,
okay.
The fourth quarter,
right at the end. I think they called like an interception or something, right? Like
it's NBA season, perros.
I was in the store when I barely got here when there was the third quarter. Yeah,
he called me and I didn't answer on purpose, bro. I'm not about to let this fool tell me like, oh,
he's gonna be the first one. He's trying to be the first one.
Anything. I was like, but I woke up in the morning and paid him.
Because I was calling him for something else. I wasn't even for the game, dog. But I mean, once I was there, I was like, let's go on the game.
What a coincidence!
I was like, hey, fool, so do you want to send me the money now?
Like that. You gonna get it when I see you.
And I had invited this fool on fucking Saturday, and I had told him you want to go to Outback Steakhouse.
Oh, damn.
And I told him I'll pay, fool. Don't even worry about it. And he was like, this is not. It would have been better for him because like what he saved on the Outback Steakhouse, he could have not felt that guilty about paying me the band.
But he had some shit going on.
Yeah, but he had some shit. But I almost cried.
I almost cried when he invited me. I'm like, oh, he is my friend.
Man, yeah, they used to have an Outback Steakhouse out there. They closed it down. I missed that place. I gotta go check that shit out. Where is it at? Right up.
It's right here. It's on Gonzalez.
Oh, okay.
It's on Gonzalez by a little shopping center and shit. It's like in between what is it? Rose and Rice and Gonzalez. It's like
the hotels right there.
Oh, nice.
If you look it up, Outback Steakhouse,
go Solar.
Yeah, it takes you right there.
Yeah, they used to have it out there in Goleta, but then it shut down. Man, it's been years.
I'd rather do Outback than like Wood Ranch.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah.
I think when you want like a big, like a 32 ounce or 36 ounce steak, like I think you could go there and like get a good one. I ate steak and lobster, dog. So I had steak and lobster.
Hey, I got the Melbourne porterhouse.
That's what my wife got. I think she got the porterhouse, but with the bone in.
With the bone in,
like this. It's like this.
Dog, it's like
yeah.
The shit is like this fat, dog.
She was like all in it, but she couldn't kill it. Like she ate it all, but there was like a piece where like the little fat and the nerve and all that.
That's what I ate
first. She couldn't eat it. And I was like, that's the best part.
Did you eat that? You wanted to. La gordita?
I was, but
La mantequita.
I know. They shoot that.
That's my favorite.
I had the loaded mashed potatoes. I had the loaded mashed potatoes and the mac and cheese.
Okay.
And then the steak and the lobster. And then we had like appetizers on the mac and cheese fried. The fried bites.
Did you get the onion? The onion, the
blooming onion. I was gonna get it, dog. But if we get that, dog, then it's just over for like.
Oh yeah.
It's just We
you would have died more.
Yeah, you fucking
you leave uncomfortable.
Off.
You leave uncomfortable.
Yeah, because you're trying to like eat more from your plate. So like,
nah.
Like if I get a whole blooming onion, because it was me and my wife, you know. But that's why I had told this one. I was like, this one comes and his wife. And I was telling another homie too. I was telling another homie too. I was like, come over, I'll just
I thought it was just me, fool. Hola. He's like, hey, fool, I just said, nah, I'm fucking with you.
This one said no, so I was like, let me call somebody else.
I told them, I'm like, hey,
and that other person told me no too. The other person, I was like, fuck you guys, and nobody. It was just me, my wife, and my two kids. So I was like, if I get a blooming onion, and we get like a dip or like the bites or something, that is once your plate gets there, you're just gonna be like, Yeah,
you'll see where I have a problem.
No, I was there for the steaks and the lobster, dog.
Hell yeah, bro.
One time I went to Jen's way. You know, Jen's like all you can eat, but if you don't finish that shit, like you gotta pay for it, right? So like one time I ordered crazy. I was ready, fool. I hadn't ate all day. I ordered crazy fat, right? And then the lady came again, fool, and she's like, "Yo, hey, your order got erased, so we gotta hit you with the. Can I take your order again?" Food, they brought me food twice, but it was stupid, and it was so much food way. And the lady's like, "Hey, don't worry, if you don't finish it, you can take it." I ate it all way. I ate it all. I don't think I've ever ate that much in my life, but it was like a mission. So I started.
Yeah. You're like, I can't let it go to waste.
There was a bowl of salad this big, perra, and I was like, yeah. They're like, you're not gonna eat the salad. I ate the salad, the kimchi, the fucking.
And for that kimchi, and whenever I haven't been able to finish something, I just hide it under a salad.
4 steaks. I think I ordered 4 steaks, the shrimp, the bulgogi, the tongue, and it's like little skinny.
The bulgogi is fire.
Stupid,
hey, and then the Hawaiian pork belly, the Hawaiian marinated pork belly.
How about the
Damn, I gotta check this place out. What is this place called? Jen's.
Just get the menu and just pay.
Hey, but it's all you can eat. It's all you can eat. It's all you can eat for like $30.
For $30,
but you cook it in. It's like one of those. You cook it, but you could get like spicy octopus, spicy shrimp. You can get everything: steak, pork belly. You can get anything.
Okay.
They have rice. They have glass noodles. Everything.
The size you could just keep getting. A lot of people are like,
why the fuck am I gonna pay money for me to go cook my own food? I was like, fool, I'd rather do that shit. Because I've worked in the kitchen. I'd rather do that shit than have somebody else back there. You don't know what the fuck they're doing to your plate.
He put me on the kitchen stuff.
Yeah, I know it's true.
I've seen shady shit, dog. I've seen. Look, I'm not gonna say the restaurant. I'm not gonna, but it was here. It was in the collection. But I'm not gonna say the restaurant. I'm not gonna say the restaurant, but it's in the corner and they sell good beer.
It was on the corner.
That motherfucker dropped the patty and put it back in the burger. That burger went out, dog.
He didn't wash it off.
I'm telling you. No, he didn't, motherfucker. He literally just went like this from the floor and put it back
on the grill at least for like a quick second.
Nope. I seen some other food do that and actually like he got water and he like put it in the patty, put it back on the fire, and then put it in the patty. But like still, fool, you dropped it.
The homie spits under this shit.
Damn, yeah, that's all that. That's a no.
Yeah. I'm telling you, dog. Like, I'd rather go to a place like that that's just cutting up meats and they have them like in trays and it's like, oh, they ordered. That's what Jen does. If you go to their back of the kitchen, all their shit is portioned the day before.
Oh, yeah.
Everything is portioned. When you ask for something, it's portioned. It's pulled from a tray.
So that's already counted?
That was cut.
It's been prepped.
The night before and that morning of, it gets cut and portioned. Those little plates that it comes in, it's like just literally they're putting it from the portions that they got. Food. Like, that's all it is.
I make sure, because I notice how like sometimes people eat a little bit and then they leave it, right? They just like it's a lot of food, and I know, and I'm like every time I go, I try to justify 2 or 3 motherfuckers that way, and then they lose money when I go, perro. I'm not gonna lie.
And they supposedly only give you 2 hours, but I've been there for 2 hours.
2 hours is a crazy amount of time to eat.
2 hours?
Yes, I was.
2 hours.
That's a long time.
I can
you
eat,
get all the sake and you start drinking sake and everything.
I start talking. I'm like, give me another grill. Give me another grill. On charge. Give me another grill.
So what'd you do this weekend? You say you were gonna go. You didn't go to Jen's. You said,
I didn't go to Jen's.
You're gonna charge that bet whenever it comes. No, you're gonna pay, huh?
Now I gotta take the motherfucker to Jen's.
Shit.
That's. You know what, Jeremy? Just set me up right here, dog. Hey, one of my coworkers, I bet him food, lunch, and then I moved it up to like, yo, you take me to Jen's, so you can go try it. Shit. I'm talking all this shit, so I gotta take home to Jen's. You know what I mean? So like,
this fool thought he was good because he bet, hey, you gonna take me to Jen's? He bet me 50, so he's like, fool, I'm getting 50 in drinks.
Yeah.
Damn.
And I'm getting free dinner. He was gonna come out winning.
But it didn't go my way this weekend. Football season is over.
He has to pay.
That shit was rough. So but at least I bet my boy. Because he's a Niners fan. So I was like, bro, naturally, he wanted to bet. Doug wanted to bet too. And I was like, nah, fool, I bet the Niners fan. And then my other homie, but shit, that was then. And then the Bengals.
Yeah,
the Bengals beat the Bills. That was nuts. So, but Sunday I just kicked it, watch football with
the Eagles next.
Friday, I think I just watched some games and fucking with the family and shit. Like it was nothing where I chilled with. I cleaned my dog like whole situation with like Simple Green. I got like a crazy attachment.
Oh, nice.
For all the smell, and I just sprayed everything in my fucking backyard. Better like I got that shit with the refill. Nice. They smell like piss. Straight up, dog.
Saturday, I think crazy. I only went to have dinner.
Yeah.
Saturday, I only had dinner with the family, and then Sunday we went to the snow and I ate shit.
Oh, nice.
You ate shit where?
Going down and
like
shit.
Face?
Nah, I landed on my shoulder.
On your shoulders? Your shoulders fucked up?
It was fucked up.
Oh,
In the morning, I was like, nah, I'm not going there. Dog.
What? Because of that?
No, the day when I was watching the game, like once you get cold, once your body like you're resting and shit. Oh yeah. Then that's when the pain was settling, and I was like, "There's something here." I'm like, "Do you remember if you seen me fall on it or something?" My wife is like, "I don't know." She's like, "Did you?" I'm like, "I don't fucking remember," but this over here is like pulsing. I was like, "Ooh," and then I just had to take it, fool. Fucking 800 milligrams of ibuprofen and see if it fucking helped her. It was yeah. I mean, I don't back down, but like, like, I don't know why it hurt. But it hurt like it hurt like here, but just like the outside. It wasn't like I landed in like a little like a. I don't know, like if I dislocated or something.
Oh, no,
it was the outside. It was like I was even looking at it to see if it was purple or something, and it wasn't. So I'm like, what the fuck is? It feels like if I get my skin, it feels like my skin was hurting. So I don't know if it was like I fell on like maybe
just
the
a
ice,
bruise on the
ice, or something. I don't fucking know that.
Hey, wait, straight up, I forgot I went on the hike for this whole time.
Oh yeah, you did. That with was this the thing. Yeah,
fucking dub. I went my first hike ever. Way.
Damn,
that shit was
lefty or what?
Doug smoked me for sure.
Yeah, I told you. Doug. He does that, dog.
Nah,
he does that.
Hey, Doug, did I ever call you and be like, Doug, come back? I was trying to catch up with me.
Fool, because that's a little ass hike. Oh, you can find your way back. This motherfucker. We went to a fucking hike.
I heard you didn't make it.
Fuck you. We went to a hike. We're not talking about that right now, dog. We went to a hike and this fool left me behind and we got stranded. We got lost for like an hour, dog.
Food, that shit made him buy a whistle, perro. Like
I bought a whistle.
Yeah. I was like, that's smart.
I was already going into it like I told my homie, I was like, you got a couple rounds on you. I have a couple rounds on me. Like we need to start like looking what we're gonna eat. I started looking at like big rocks. I started looking at big rocks. I was like, if anything happens, dog, like this wood that we're passing, we're gonna have to come back and get it.
Start a fire.
I told them we're gonna have to buy them.
If you're trying to start a fire, you into some shit, bro. When a motherfucker trying to start a fire, you think some shit's gonna go down.
You seen some shit.
Fuck no, dog. Fuck it, well.
This shit was
Killing the Game podcast, guys. We're gonna go ahead and fall into this interview. We're gonna have to ask all the questions that we have to get to know this guy. I have sent your link over to this fool. He was checking out your music and stuff like that.
Did we talk about it on camera?
Did we talk about it on camera? Yeah.
Man.
Did we? No, huh?
How I heard your music, bro. Like, he sent me the link and I peeped that shit. Oh, fire. And the homie Damson too, right? Like, killed it, right? I said it right?
Yeah, Damson.
Yeah, right? There you go. You know what I mean? So, like, that shit was
killing
hard.
it with the beats and everything.
That shit was hard, bro.
I think it's like when you have friendships like that, it kind of works out and it pushes you to do better, right?
Yeah, totally.
Because you have somebody next to you that is not just telling you, hey, I have this for sale, but it's like, hey, I think this, and then he starts bringing you samples or whatever. I mean, I don't know how you guys do it, but I'm saying like a friend like that is like, oh shit, like he has a beat, I have a fucking I have a little book with the song that I wrote.
Yeah.
You know, so if we put it together, it's like, bro.
Yeah, no, that's good.
So how did it start for you? Take us back to when you first started like getting into it, like maybe like.
When you start rapping,
thinking about it, who were you listening to? Like, what age you were?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess I'd take it back to like junior high. I remember we would do rap battles with friends. I remember the music teacher would open the music room for us, and then we'd be able to just go in there and we just all like rap battle. We would just fucking all just trying to rap. And I remember I would just have like one specific rap, and I would like say it all the time. So much that I like memorized it, you know. But so that's kind of where it started, and then like ninth grade, one of my friends my boy P, he ended up bringing a karaoke machine over because he was kind of rapping. And he was like, oh, look, I got this karaoke machine and you could record the tapes, So I was like, oh, shit, hell yeah. So he brought it over one day and he never picked it back up. And I still got tapes. I never gave it back, you know what I mean?
He never picked it back up. He forgot.
He forgot, you know, but the thing I'm grateful.
You guys got that drunk over you guys got that drunk with the what's it called with the Kool-Aid.
Straight up, dog. We got that faded off the fucking King Cobras back then. The Mickeys and shit. Down we were like at 14 right there.
I was on some Mickey's 40s.
Yeah,
for
the
sure.
Mickeys for sure. That's like Mickey's days, you know.
Crazy.
But yeah, so I mean that's kind of where I you know started kind of getting more into it. I'd recorded these little tapes and I would rap. But
who were you listening to at the time?
Just all the classic West Coast. I mean, when I was in elementary, it was like the end of the Dr. Dre kind of 2001, all that stuff. And then even the New York stuff like the Biggie. I mean, the Tupac, the Mobb Deep, all that stuff. You know, but then as I got through high school, then I kind of like started listening to the underground hip hop stuff like that. Atmosphere, the Living Legends, the and then of course like I grew up on the Chicano rap stuff. You know, the Conejo, the Criminal, Capone. You know, when I was in junior high, they were like the ones hitting.
Yeah.
What about MB Riders and shit like that? Huh?
I mean, fuck MB Riders. Matter of fact, I'm opening.
I laughed, but I was like,
totally. That's funny because I'm actually get to open for them February 3rd in Santa Barbara.
I seen your post on Instagram.
But
tickets and everything.
I got tickets for so come through, hit me up. You need tickets.
Definitely took an era of my life.
Totally,
like not me, but like everybody around me is listening to MB Riders and shit.
Everybody,
bro. That was a joke.
Yeah, that's T-Pain.
That's T-Pain.
No, I know, but I was into them.
Oh yeah.
And then like Chris Brown with the fucking,
that was the era.
Chris Brown with the Timbs and shit.
Exactly.
Did you move? Yes.
That was the early 2000s. That was the early 2000s for sure.
You did that shit. I know you did that.
It's like what kind of they were making memes about it. Like what kind of hyena is not gonna walk away from you when you're doing this? When you're doing this behind there, motherfucker. Like you're fucking following their shit.
It's funny. I wanted to put in my post like if I ever dedicated to you an NB Rider song, hit me up for tickets. Because all the girls I ever dedicated to back in the day, it was always a fucking.
That's hilarious.
Fuck yeah, Amanda Perez and all those motherfuckers. I remember seeing them at the San Diego.
Who's Amanda Perez?
Amanda Perez is some other hyena that sings I went to one of the Art LeBeau. Way back at the Indian Bingo and Casino. Way back. I'm talking about years. I'm talking about more than 10 years ago.
R.I.P. Art LeBeau.
I was young and we were like, R.I.P. Art LeBeau. I was in the grass area and shit. Like I wasn't even in the bleachers.
One of those.
It was crazy. It was crazy. Dog. It was crazy. It was crazy. So then once you started getting into it like that, and then you were around that age, 14, 15.
Yeah, like 14, 15. But then I kind of just started getting into trouble, like focusing on other things, you know. So I kind of left it behind, you know.
So you left?
I just stopped rapping. You know, I was just kind of. Just started messing up, like trying to be in the streets and stuff, you know.
That's hilarious.
Started going to like juvenile hall, you know, all that stuff that comes with it. So I just kind of stopped. I mean, I didn't really have any.
Was it something because it was something else that was happening, or like was somebody telling you like, hey, you know what, like you should like at least like focus in school, you're doing bad on that or something, or you knew that you were doing bad, or what was the situation that you were?
I mean, I just started, you know, hanging out on the streets and doing everything that comes with it, you know. And well, my raps, I still kind of messed around, but it was mostly just,
you weren't professional.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't that was like the last thing in my mind, you know.
I got you.
But yeah, I mean, spending time in juvenile hall and stuff like that. Like I remember I'd read a lot of books, and I think that helped me, you know, to kind of expand my vocabulary. And then later on too, when I was an adult, I did. You know, a lot of reading too when I because I kept getting in trouble a little bit, you know. So but yeah, I think once I turned like 17, 18, well, I had my first daughter, and then so I kind of settled down a little bit, and that's when I met my friend Damson, and that he brought his first early beats, and it was like basically I used to sell weed back then, and I remember one of my friends was like, "Hey, I got a homie like, and he makes beats." He's like, "I think you should," because we would freestyle, messing around. And then he was like, "Oh yeah, one of my friends, he makes beats. You guys should hook up." And he introduced us, and then like ever since then, we started messing around with music, and
nice.
Nothing too serious, because I mean, I had my daughter, like he was about to have a baby too, and so it wasn't like anything too serious. We just kind of like do a little like messing around on the computer or whatever. But then we kind of both went our own ways. Like I kind of started doing bad again. I got into drugs, had some bad things happen, and and then so I ended up back in jail.
Yeah, that little up and hill thing.
So
I appreciate the honesty too, bro. Like that's some real shit for you to be like spilling.
I mean, that's why I was asking. That's why I was asking, because it's like sometimes it's like crazy, because sometimes some people hear it from somebody else. That's when you open your eyes and stuff. That's why I was asking. Was it like you were noticing and stuff that you were like, kind of?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I remember he would try to come and be like, let's work or whatever, and I'm just kind of like, I don't got time for that. Like I'm over here running around, But then whatever, I did a little bit of time, and then when I came back out, this was like maybe in 2015. I started again. I started doing music again, just to kind of keep myself out of trouble, and then so little by little, with my boy Mr. Lento, he's another good friend of mine. He had the whole setup. He was the first one to have like the Pro Tools, the mic, and all that. I'll take a look. For sure. Thank you, man.
I didn't offer this because he doesn't smoke. You know what I mean?
No, I'm gonna smoke anyways.
Yeah, you want to smoke?
Secondhand smoke.
Yeah.
So then when you were like doing that and stuff, you were just chilling. When was it that you really got into it?
Yeah, so I'm linked up with my boy Mr. Lento, and he was learning the programs as we went along, So at first it was like, we made one song, and it would take us like a year. Like he's like mixing, trying to mix it. Like
okay.
We need to re-record it. Like, no, it didn't sound that good. Like, let's do it again. So y'all were
taking it, even though it took a long time, y'all were taking it serious?
Yeah. I mean, we were taking it. Because he had all the equipment, and it was like we're not really doing anything else. So, I'd rather just be in here in the studio trying to mess around.
So you guys were trying to throw all your time in there. There was nothing much else that you had in your books.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
And then so little by little, he started getting better. I started getting better. Damson's beats started getting better,
shit.
and then maybe a few years ago, I finally paid. I was like, you know what, I'm ready to just pay for like a studio time and just see what happens, And and I did, and it was a difference, and it was like,
difference. That's what's up.
Yeah, and that's when I noticed. I'm like, you know what, like this shit isn't any different than the shit I grew up listening to, like the shit that I remember. I used to think like, oh my god, this is like the best song, I'm like, this isn't that much different, like, I was like, I think so, but obviously not then. Back now, that's where I'm at now, because back then it was still like you hear somebody else and you're like, oh man, like there's levels to this shit. Like I know I'm not there yet. Like I may be good or okay, but
that's some real shit.
So would you kind of say that you guys grew together? And then grew together as a profession that you guys were doing and stuff like that?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, all of you guys were hanging out together.
Exactly.
But at the same time, what you guys were doing, you guys were all getting better at the same time.
Exactly.
That's low key what me and homie do. Like, like we're dropping it every week, right? But like I feel like me and German, like, I always feel like it's like we're develop or sharpening our fucking chemistry. Like every time we get on the mic, it's like I feel like boom, we go back and forth, like trying to just kind of figure our shit out in comparison to like I'm seeing what he's doing too. Like I gotta respect like where he's coming from too. So like we attack the podcast as like a live sharpening of swords, bro. You know what I mean? So with the music, I feel like you gotta kind of put that shit tucked until you're ready to release it, right? It's like a little different. Like we're doing it live and it works.
I think a lot of people don't understand what goes behind cameras and stuff.
There's work.
But at the end of the day, it's like there's work, dog. There's things that people don't see when they're like, oh yeah, this is. So what we're trying to do is like we're trying to perfect what we want to do, what we're doing.
Like take a hit
but
every week.
At this point in time, the only way you gotta do it is by doing it. Exactly. So it's like all these episodes that we're doing, they might be okay for people. They might be good for some other people. They might be bad for some people that are already up there, that already have their professional equipment. We don't really care about that. At the end of the day, the only reason, the only way that we're gonna know what we're doing, if it's good or not, is by doing it. So it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you guys grew by profession and by each other, by doing what you guys were doing.
Exactly.
So it's like growing together. It's like that's what's good in a way too, because it's like whenever you guys do make it, or it could be now, it could be later, it could be in a long time, it could be a short time, whatever. But whenever you guys make it, you're gonna know where you came from.
Yeah, exactly.
The experiences that you had and still are having, that's what makes you you. So that's some of the reason why we do these episodes, these interviews, because we want to let people know what like the people behind the camera. We want them to know who you are, how you started, but at the same time that it opens the eyes of that person that's behind the camera watching, that thinks they could do what you're doing or wants to and is inspired by your music, but doesn't know how to do it yet, or might be having too much negative stuff around them. You just never know.
Yeah, you do got the negative mofos, right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. But you said it yourself. You go in and out of that shit, right? You being open about like going in and out of like the doing the music. You still fucking around with it, but you're not taking it serious. But once you get a hold of it, and then you get good. Once you get good, you get good. I heard your shit today, G. That shit was hard.
I appreciate it.
You took me for a loop. Like, I wasn't expecting you to take the beat. Like how you took it, or your flow, like to go. I didn't know what to expect, but when you came in, I was like, oh shit. My girl was like, oh, this is good. My girl was like jamming to it. We're coming home from work, and it's like it just caught the vibe. Like I heard it, and I played it for her. I knew she was gonna fuck with it. And then boom, that shit was a banger, bro.
Your boy with the beats too.
Yeah, appreciate it.
He really went in it too.
He was on the song.
That's what I'm saying. He went in it too. He really went in it.
That shit was banger.
So you were saying, like, you were getting into it and stuff. You finally got the money and went ahead and like dropped it on the studio time and stuff like that. What happened after that?
Well, I mean, it was just always like a slow progression. I mean, it was like. Because you always holding back at first. You always doubt, like, oh, should I do it? Should I not? Like, what are people gonna say? Like, whatever. Everybody has that, and so it's like it takes a while to just take that step, right? And it always takes that first step. So my first step was like, all right, fuck, let me just get the studio time. Like, it came up, like, all right, look, you want it? It's right there. And I was like, all right, fuck it, let me do it.
The experience too. The experience too.
Yeah. So then I hear it, and I'm like, oh shit,
that's
like
crazy.
this is something good. Like, okay, like. I'm gonna keep it going. So then I just kept it going, recorded a few songs, and then before I knew it, like between all my music that I had started a few years earlier with my boy Lento, like I had like a little collection of songs, and I was like, damn, I got like a album, I'm like, so the next thing was like a music video, and it, like at first it's like the same things, like, oh, like what are people gonna say, like should I do it, should I not, like,
do you think about that a lot?
I mean, I did at first,
when you first started.
I mean, that's what holds you back for a while, it's like, oh man, like should I not, like whatever.
What about the people around you during that time? Let's go back a little bit again. What about the people around you? Were you surprised about the people that were with you, that like you thought wouldn't be with you?
Did you have your close circle support you?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, I guess you could say so. Yeah, I mean, everybody always like saying, yeah, good stuff. I mean, but I always kind of just did it to myself, like. Not expecting it, you know what I mean, and just the ones that did give me props, like it was cool. Exactly,
Do you think at some point in time you were jumping the gun, or what? It's your fault for bringing those white shoes, motherfucker.
Yeah, I gotta put
your footsies down there.
Was there at some point? Was there some? Yes, I got the Tim's on, motherfucker.
Just kicked my wife. With snow, with snow.
Did you ever think that? Did you ever
jumping the gun as far as like?
Yeah, like sometimes you were like, okay, like like this is good, but would the people like this? Or I don't think they're gonna like this. You're already basically jumping in on what people might think, but they're still not even telling you that.
Yeah.
Did you do a lot of that?
So usually, like right before, I mean, it just hasn't happened so much now, but I remember the early first videos. I was like, all right, cool, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. Like that's it, like it's set. Like because first I shot my own videos, and I did my own videos, and they came out cool, and it was like, all right, cool. But then it came to the same thing, the same point where it was like, okay, now I'm gonna pay somebody to do it, like and do it like a legit one and a professional
That's
one.
hard.
And I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm ready. Like, and then I picked the song out, and it was to that song "Pa Mi Gente," the one that we were talking about earlier, the Spanish one, you know.
Doug caught that one out,
and I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm ready. And like the day before, I'm like hearing the song and I'm like, shit, like is this song good enough?
That's
like
crazy.
And I'm like asking my boy, I was like, hey fool, like what do you think about the song? Like, is it good or what? And he's like, what the fuck? He's like, yeah, it's good. Like I feel like of course it's good. That's how we're gonna do it, you know?
Okay.
And I'm like, fuck, I don't know, like
right.
you know, but I was like, whatever, I'm more in than I'm already in, you know, like I'm all in, you know? And that's how I see that's exactly. And that's how I saw it. It was like I'm in too deep already. You know what I'm saying?
Was there any point in time that you had somebody really close to you that their criticism actually hurt? Was there one person that you actually like, damn, like I wouldn't have thought that, and that you actually got one? Tough. Like, was it close to you?
No, I mean not really. That hurt me. I mean, I remember the early days. Like I had the homies like clown, like, oh, what is this?
But they're
like,
supposed to, right?
Yeah, exactly. And it was
your hunger,
and they were right because that shit was pretty. It wasn't the red. It was.
But like we said,
like
if we wouldn't have started it, like
exactly,
like our first ever video when we were in front of the camera, it's not even up.
Exactly.
The first video that we have on our podcast is not the first video.
Yeah. Totally.
It's always like that.
That was when like German talked about like because we were just kind of going with the flow and we did one and then we just did another one and that was number one, right? So like I think we dropped like first 2-3 episodes. I think we were killing it. But the shit to this like or doing a podcast, I feel it's like it's not just doing it once or twice. It's like I feel like we took a dip after like 3 episodes because we ran out of material, bro. Like you got everybody got like 3 episodes of shit to talk about. You know what I mean? And then with him, it's like I felt like we were because I like I've rapped before and stuff, and so like I know and I wasn't born to rap, bro. So I just started rapping. I got good at it for just for doing it. You know what I mean? It's not even like I gotta do it or pursue it. It's just I just love doing it, right? So with this, I was like, I know me and him got enough to talk about for like whatever episodes, but what do we do after? And then we just kind of kept doing it, and then we just pushed through, and then now we're like on our 30th episode, and it's like we're gonna talk about something.
Hell yeah, exactly.
Like at this point, bro, we go in here.
You gotta do it.
And I go in here, and I feel like he feels the same way too. Like we go in here, and it's like another. This is not how we think every day. We just come in here and do our job because like we've done this shit plenty times.
It just comes out. We got haters.
We fuck up.
When we first started, this was like. I never had haters.
Fool, I've never had. Hey, dog,
you basically, he's like, you gave me haters. And what was fucking crazy is that we had him at work. The closest ones ever, we had him at work.
It was his fault.
And at the end of the day, I didn't give a fuck.
You want to know what it was?
At the end of the day, you could talk and talk.
You gotta talk about
but we're not talking about that one. We're not talking about that one. I'm talking about like in general, like the videos and shit. It's like I like it because at the end of the day, my name and my conversations are still in your mouth. Oh, you guys really said that? That makes me that makes me know that you went as far as watching that much of the clip, and that's all I care about. That's all I care about. You can talk all the shit I want. You can talk all the shit you want. You can talk all the shit you want. At the end of the day, if I hear something that was like during like maybe halfway of the episode, I know your ass watched it. That's just it makes me. I just think about it and I'm like, fuck it, I don't give a fuck.
I'm really good. I'm really good at not caring.
Yeah, no, totally.
I'm so cool. Like, as long as it's not like, because you know, there's people that like will kind of talk shit, but it's not malicious. It's the word.
Exactly.
As long as it's not malicious, dog, I'm all for game. I talk smack too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I talk my shit, but it's never malicious. But once it gets malicious, like, you gotta have, hey.
You can feel it. You can feel
chill,
it.
right?
Yeah.
But anyways, like on the podcast, like it was just you were talking about your life. Like I wanted to ask you, like, cause I'm hearing your story, but then I'm also thinking about how are you right now. right? Like, are you cool, perro? Like,
Yeah,
you're going in and out of jail.
Yeah.
Like, are you chilling?
That's been a while. It's been I
that's
think like 10 years. Yeah,
that's
it's been like 10 years.
That's good. That's
so
good.
wood, fuck, I mean.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm hearing this shit. I'm like, is he gonna tell me like, yo, bro, like I'm just on the case. I got a case.
I got court.
This is my last interview. Like, because I see you as I met you right now, and you're a chiller. You seem like a chill ass dude. So like, it was like, nah, he's gotta be good. Right?
Yeah.
So I'm over here trying to get to the end of the story and shit.
When I talked to you on Instagram, I was like, oh, this one sounds cool, you know. But hearing what we hear now is like it's good. It's good. It's good and bad. It's good and bad, obviously, but it's good in a way that you're helping that other person maybe right now that's looking at this episode, or that you're gonna share it and might see it through your Instagram, and then when they watch the episode, they're gonna be like, damn. Like, I'm really fucking up.
Like, hey, bro, because me and this movie, we wilding at some point in our lives. I'm wild out the deep end. Like, don't be like me, right? Like, I'm that guy. Like, we're like, no, be like that guy.
Shit.
You know
I've done Nas, fucking coke, weed, alcohol,
everything.
Fuck strippers, fucking the fucking massage parlors, everything. You know, I've done it all. I've catch chlamydia and everything. Like, if you never got chlamydia in your life, you just never live life. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. You're not doing it right if you didn't catch at least something.
You ain't shit.
So it's like,
I ain't shit.
What do you think? What do you think the worst criticism that you got, that you feel was like, oh damn, like serio? Like you were like, oh okay.
Damn, that's a good one. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, I've kind of never really like depended on what people were saying. I mean, I've always kind of just done it.
That's good.
I mean, done things like I haven't like learned to be like, oh, like. I mean, I'll ask my close friends, like my family, like, oh, like, you know, like my daughter and stuff, like, oh, look, check it out, like, you know, but yeah, I mean, I don't know, the criticism. I guess the criticism that I've gotten lately is just like that I should just take it a little bit more serious to really drop stuff. You know, I'm kind of like waiting too long. I'm just kind of
And do you think that's a good and a bad?
Yeah, I mean it is. I mean you know,
it's a bad because you're not doing it, and it's a good because they're pushing you to do it and be more consistent on your work.
If you don't drop, how do you get the ears right?
Exactly.
So I feel homie was talking about it last time. He was saying like he was dropping singles because he's just kind of like hyping the wave. But sometimes when the shit's a banger, it's a banger. So it could be both ways, you know. In my opinion,
out of your whole fucking album, one
if you got some bangers, like, you drop that shit whenever, bro. Like it goes right. But with music too, like some people aren't even ready to hear shit. You know, you ever heard? It's happened. It's gotta happen to everybody, right? But like, you ever heard a song you don't like when you first listen to it, but then you hear about 3-4 times and you're like, oh shit!
You just have to, I think, connect with it, like the words and all that.
Like Standing Ovation. We were bumping. We're going on the trail, and I was dead, bro. And then the homie started bumping Young Jeezy, and then Standing Ovation comes up, and when he's like, I used to hit the kitchen lights, cockroaches everywhere, and I hit the kitchen lights and the marble floors everywhere.
Ah, damn.
That was I remember that time Young Jeezy was like a thing, right?
Hell yeah.
But like, anyways, like, fool, I didn't know. Nobody put me on no Young Jeezy. It's just when I heard it, when I was little, I was a wetback, dog. I'm a wetback from Mexico, right? So like, when I heard it, I probably didn't even speak English. I mean, straight up, right? But I heard it and it was like, what the fuck is this? So legendary, like, so that's how I look at music, right?
Yeah. What about you? So, where are you from?
I grew up out here in Goleta, California.
Dope.
So it's like
and your parents?
Well, my parents are from Guerrero, Guerrero, Mexico.
Okay.
So
that's what's up.
I grew up going over there during the summers and stuff.
Oh, yeah. You go too?
Yeah.
Nice.
We go like growing up. And, like,
you take the daughter now and everything.
Yeah, now I take my daughter. Yeah.
What do you eat at Guerrero?
Man, everything, man. Like, they got the mole, they got the mole, the fucking cheese, the chile con queso.
El queso que tiene chile, pero they do them in cubetas.
Yeah,
el queso de cubeta.
Yeah.
Like como chorizo.
You have to make them in cubeta. No, there's no. They put chile like it's like chopped chile and they throw it in there and then
like
it makes the cheese spicy and shit like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm hungry as fuck.
Some places. No. So because when my parents were still together, we would go a lot every summer, but then they split up and we didn't go for a long time. But I ended up going back as an adult, like with my daughter.
Got to.
So
got to.
Now you show her where your parents are from and stuff.
To travel out there. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we haven't gone in maybe I think like two years. I think right before COVID was the last time we were able to go. Well, yeah, I definitely want to head back over there.
So now that we're at the point that you're like, taking out more music and stuff like that, you're doing great. I listen to your songs and some of them really sound like you're in it. You're not just the words are not just coming out or they're flowing with whatever you want.
I didn't get
some of them lines that you're throwing out are coming out as like, okay, he really thought about that, or it really happened to him and he put it in.
You freestyle your shit,
basically word and paper and stuff.
Yeah, no, I'd like to write my songs.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. I mean, for the most part, it's like the homie will send me a beat or whatever, and sometimes we'll feel it like right then and there, and then I mean, we just write it out right then and there. Sometimes it takes me like a couple days or a day or something. I'll chip away at it, like 4 bars at a time or something.
Is there a song that you could say right now that you really connect with and you really spoke what you wanted to speak, and like you basically like took out what you were feeling at that point in time, or something that you really connected with, like you were actually speaking to people through the song? Is there a song that you really could say right now that's one of yours?
Well, I feel like all my songs basically, I mean, I try to do it, every time. I try to I never try to just talk out of my like talk just to talk, you know what I'm saying? Like because I mean, I know rap, a lot of it is that just talking your shit, they say,
But
which is cool.
Saying, like what it sounds like through your songs that I've heard is like that you really are. They could be all different in their ways, but at the end of the day, when you really listen to them and you're hearing the words, some of them are coming out as like, okay, yeah, like this is like if I want to know about this person in this song, both of them are him. Like he's speaking basically through the writing and stuff like that, and that's what's good. Yeah. You connect with a lot of more people like that.
Yeah, that's
because like he said, like you listen to a song and sometimes it's a song that makes you cry. Sometimes it's a song that motivates you. Sometimes it's a song that you just need to hear every morning. Sometimes it's a song that makes you, that helps you get through your fucking day at work in the last hour. You just whatever. It's songs for everything, So it's like I feel like the songs that you have are doing that, and if you whatever you're doing, keep doing it, dog.
Yeah,
I mean, at the end of the day, it is you, and it shows a person.
Yeah, it does, man. You feel you sound comfortable as fuck on the mic. And when you made the song, it's not forced. Even homie went in there, he knew what he was doing. I was like, oh, this was really rap.
What about the whole jiu-jitsu and stuff like that? Talk about people like that.
When you start fighting and shit.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess I started training like maybe about 6 years ago, 6 years ago.
How did that come about? How did it?
Well, I remember when I was 17, 18, right after my daughter was born too, when I had started rapping too with him. A couple of my friends had just started training, and I got like super into UFC because I was like basically just chilling at home with my daughter. So I was like, I was finding new hobbies or whatever.
You were like, I need something to just do.
And I got totally into UFC, and I was like, oh shit, man, like jiu-jitsu, like that's the real shit, Yeah. And they had just opened this gym, Gracie Baja downtown, and I remember thinking like, man, I would love to train, but it's like I had a brand new baby, like a 1-year-old. I was barely working. I was like 18, like barely working, like barely fucking making it happen, So there was no way like I could afford it or have the time or nothing. But my friends, like they would train, and then I would go over to their house and we'd like kind of just mess around, like he'd show me shit, Oh, shit. And then, but then we lost contact, and then I kind of went my own way and started doing bad or whatever, and did my thing. And then once I got out, my daughter wanted to do karate, and we checked the karate class out, and I was like, man, I just remembered, like, man, I remember Gracie, like I always fucking liked that shit. I might as well just take her there for the real deal. And one of my friends had his daughter there too, so he was like, bring her by, and they did, and I did, and she started training. And
hold up, so your daughter trains?
She trained, for a bit,
At UFC they have that too, right? That you take your kid and you get trained. and they get trained.
They have a kids class,
Yeah.
But I mean, so she started, and then in June, like, so she started like, I don't know, maybe like April or whatever. But when Father's Day came around, they were like, hey, we're gonna give all the dads like a free month, you know what I mean? Okay. And I was like, fuck it, like I'll take it, let me try it. And and I stuck ever since. You know, what I mean, they gave me that free month, and then I stayed. You know, so,
at the UFC gym?
No, it's called Gracie Baja down in Santa Barbara. So yeah, I mean, then my daughter, you know, I had her in a couple competitions. I've done so, and then I've done the competitions. Yeah, I'm done.
Is it crazy how you see it now, and you're like, oh damn, like
yeah. I mean, it was
she sees me sing, and that's cool, but like she sees me fight, and I see her fight, and it's like
yeah,
you know.
So she stopped when she was like 11. So she did it for a few years. Now she plays basketball, but it's cool because she'll see me compete and get ready, so it's like expected of her too, you know.
She's living it through you. Yeah, so she's like, oh, the daddy's gonna go fight.
Hey, so are you guys like competitive in the way, like in a good way?
Yeah, that's totally. Because so she plays basketball for her high school now, you know.
But daddy, you could fight, but I could ball. Can you ball?
Yeah. So you guys are trying to excel at your sport.
Yeah. So
he looked like he's scared as well. He's like,
but yeah,
not on camera. Not on camera. My wife is gonna watch.
Oh yeah, nah, you don't. Shout out.
What about? Shout out to my beautiful wife. Gonna watch this episode tomorrow.
Yeah, you get in trouble.
Like, hey, no for
you
more.
Get in trouble.
I denied it, babe. I didn't reach for it.
You didn't come. I'm like, hey, no for more.
Dude, do you get in trouble? Do you get in trouble for
this is a Fanta.
My man, I thought we were good.
Nah, this is beer, babe. Sorry.
I don't.
Well, so now the fighting thing and stuff like that, how are you doing there? Are you dedicating more time to it and stuff like that?
So yeah, I mean, those are just two things. Like, so the music for my mental, and then the jiu-jitsu, like I like to train for, to keep me healthy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, once I started, I try to put myself a goal, like at least 2 competitions, like a year, if I could, if not more.
So you pay for it? Like when you go fight? Do you have to pay?
So the early ones, yeah. I mean, some spots you do, some promotions you do, and then some you get invited to.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, so the early ones, yeah. I mean, I was paying, you just kind of paying my dues, basically, just kind of like with the rap shit too. Exactly.
Trying to get in through the door. Once you get into the door, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, getting the experience and all that. You know.
My man, over here.
This was fucking all over the place. That's what. Don't do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs.
I don't. I'm tired. You didn't go to work today.
Serio?
I had an all day work.
Motherfucker. Serio.
Hey, I went to the hike and I stayed active all weekend, bro.
Hell yeah.
I went super busy. I had to because I was scared.
Calls me and he's like, dude, my calves are on fucking fire.
Yeah,
I told him to tell him that.
I told you that shit.
He lied. He called me and asked me how I was doing.
Nah, hell nah. Well, I did, yeah. I did him, yeah, but that's what he told me, though. That's what he told me. He's like, my calves are gonna blow up right now.
They did it, That's what's up.
You gotta keep it up, keep it going, man.
That's fat.
That's
There's a little competition at work. 3 months. 3 months. Whoever could lose more.
I need 100
bucks. Oh man, hey, let me know if you guys need a little workout plan. Shit,
nah, don't tell me.
I do. He has one already, dog. We'll talk off camera. He has a friend already that he has him doing 10 push-ups every break at work.
I told them, you can't tell nobody what to do, just me. I told him, you can't. You can't out there. You trying to do it for everybody. I'm like, no, you can't. What are you doing? They're gonna get their own.
That's funny.
So what about if we go back to that rap game and all that? So where you
Which
at?
one's your favorite?
Where you at with that right now?
I mean, yeah, right now we just got some music in the vault, and we just keep working on music too.
Yeah.
Just keep knocking shit out. Basically, I mean, the homie's on a roll right now. Yeah, well, so I did a project with one of our friends, Mowgli. He raps as well, and we got this whole project done pretty much. So now we're just kind of putting the finishing touches. We're planning to drop it Friday the 27th, so be tuned. And then on the 30th downtown, yeah, and then the 30th Whiskey Richards in Santa Barbara, we're gonna do like a little album like drop type of thing. You know, I don't know when this comes out, but maybe it'll happen. But yeah, so that's this future in the immediate future. I forgot to mention on Saturday the homie Destructive Films came out and we did a video with him. That a song that me and my boy Damson did.
That's coming,
and that's coming up too. So that'll be like ready, in the next couple of weeks. And then I've been getting invited to do shows too. So I got the MB Riders coming up on the February 3rd. That's right. And then they're planning on doing another one out in Goleta, like more towards the middle of the month too. So I mean it's
staying busy then.
Trying to stay busy.
Sounds like you're staying busy. You gotta drop a couple things and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it's just from putting in that work. Like just I haven't really been I guess no set goals. I mean I just been working, like grinding. I just figured like fuck, just keep working and just keep busting shit out and the cars are gonna fall, you know what I mean, into place. You know what I'm saying? Just keep working. Yeah. And I figure something good's gonna come of it.
What about social media, YouTube? You wanna throw it out there right now just so people could go ahead and follow?
On YouTube, G805, G space 805, and that should be my YouTube page, or you can look up G Goofs. Dope. Yeah, and then that comes up, and then Instagram D_G at 93117.
It's DEE _GEE.
Yeah, _93117. Yeah, it's all
go ahead and follow, subscribe.
I like the video. I be leaving comments and shit.
Thank you, bro.
For sure, bro. I did for sure. That's very dope, though.
I appreciate it.
What does your daughter tell you about like you singing and stuff like that? Seeing you do all that now. Now that how old she is and stuff like that. So how is that now?
She's the one that hears all the songs first. I'm like, because I'll be driving with her. I'm like, hey, you're too bad. You gotta listen to this shit.
You're stuck now.
You ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, that's fun. What you think?
But she's cool. Yeah. So but yeah, I mean. When good, I know when she listens to them and she fucks with them, and so she was like my inspiration for a lot of my early songs too. Sick. You know what I mean? Some of my most like real ones are ones that I wrote like for
so
her.
Is that what I was telling you? That's what it is, like when you speak through your songs and stuff like the things that you were living through sometimes.
And so like that. Another one was I did for my cousin. He passed away like right around the time when things kind of wasn't doing too good. So. So I have that song "Memories" that I wrote for him, and it was kind of 10 years later after, and it was just revisiting, and it tapped into these feelings, where you're kind of like letting it out. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta just
you let it out in the song. That's what's great. That's what's good.
You ever written a rap?
Nah. I started writing the corrido, but
you wrote a corrido before?
Yeah, but it's too graphic.
Oh damn.
Yeah, there's so much shit in there. I would get in trouble, dog. Yeah, because I go like back though. Nah, like my shit, like what happened to me and stuff like that. Yeah, dog. Like there's there would be people involved and stuff, and they would be like, "What the fuck?" And,
so when you wrote your first song, it was a corrido, and you went straight to that.
Yeah, because I was just like him, like I was just letting that all out in the song. Dog. But
do you? Oh yeah, I feel you because
it was bad.
I've rapped for a long time, and I just done it, and I freestyle all the time, and just I just like rapping, bro. And so I've done like the emotional. It doesn't hit that, but when you tap in, once you know how to, or I kind of know my flow, what I like, and once I find the flow, then you tap into saying what you're gonna say, and that's when it gets emotional for me. But if I just start freestyling, it's not gonna be on some like really emotional stuff. But once you get into that vibe, you start tapping into those emotions, and then you start learning shit about your situation through the music and shit. Whoa, that's crazy, that's true. You know what I mean? I found out shit about myself through just writing raps.
Exactly.
Like on some like or me even thinking about a situation that I never thought before. Maybe that's probably more not that I learned about something about myself, but like a situation that I was in, and once I start writing and I start like throwing people's emotions into like, and then I'm like, oh, they really felt that way, pero
when I was writing that shit, I read it over. I read it over, and I was like, fuck.
You started insulting people and shit.
Yeah, because it was like,
you started throwing names.
Yeah, because then it was like like, fuck, like if they would have listened to it, they would have been like, this fool's really fucking mentando la madre over here, like basically saying chinga tu madre. Like,
what was
like,
the meanest thing
like
you said about somebody in that song?
Like,
I've never wanted to kill nobody on a track or nothing. I never said I'll smoke you. But what would be the meanest thing that you said?
It was more of like one saying like, te crees la gran verga, pero de todos modos tus hijos están valiendo verga, así como tú. It was like tú no, like, it was like tú no tenías futuro y tus hijos menos.
Jeez.
Tu vieja se los hubiera tomado en vez de que nacieran. It was bad. It was bad. It was bad, dog. Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, nah, tu hijo en la cárcel y tu hija prostituta. Oh, it was bad, dog. It was bad, dog. Yeah, it was serio, dog. I'm telling you, I can't, dog. You put me in the mic, that shit goes left.
I'm fucking with that. It's jokes. It's not. I'm fucking with you.
No. So when I was reading it, I was like, nah, fuck that.
You can't do it.
Yeah, nah. And it wasn't one people. I think it was like.
So you think the pen took over?
It was like 6 people in their room. It was like 6 people, and it was 6 people.
I was just joking.
It was 6 people that I could have actually like. They could have all gotten together and brought a car over here and like. Yeah, they're all here, dog.
I didn't talk about it.
They could have all gotten close and just like, hey, this motherfucker, hey, we're gonna go fuck this wood. Yeah, fool, bro. Yeah, nah, that's why I don't like to.
Bad.
It's not good. It's just like when I was writing, I was.
You were going in.
Once una pinche spina, like it just hit one of my ribs, dog. And then just
did it feel good letting it out though?
Yes, all the pain came out.
So that's what I do. I just do that shit by myself. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, nah, I was like, you motherfucker. If I were to take this out, y'all are fucking gone.
Oh my god. So you be like,
yeah, that and brujeria food to start working on them food. Fuck, those fools would have been gone, dog.
Yeah, that's
their fucking kids started going to jail and dying and shit, overdosing and shit. Serio,
So you think in another life you would be a wizard of some sort?
I'm somebody like maybe like what, like some Harry Potter shit. Fuck yeah, right?
So you think you're like so?
I'm over there with Slytherin.
I'm scared. Wait, I don't fuck with. I be telling them like, hey.
Yeah, that's some real shit right there.
You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Play.
This shit was like, right? and because I like that's cool. That's him, and you know it's around you. But I ain't about to be like trying to fucking.
Fuck with that.
Cuando la huesuda viene, la Santa Muerte.
I be scared, dog. I leave. I get in my car. We see some shit. I'm getting in my car. I'm dipping.
Yeah.
I come back with the sun's out.
It's just crazy. It's crazy because you could do a Ouija board without even having the Ouija board in front of you.
I ain't fucking with no Ouija board.
Crazy. Yeah, you just put a phone here and put a phone wherever the Ouija board is at, and they'll move by itself.
It's just
you just get the person's name and you burn the paper and the ashes. You put them in the candle and then you start working on them. You don't even have to be there, dog. That's just crazy. There's so much shit to it, dog.
Yeah, that is crazy. Never heard that.
Nah, all right, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and end this here. Maybe you can come over. Come over and talk about some shit.
I got one last question. So you fight, like, do you hold a record?
No, not really.
Or do you get a record when you go into like a league, or like how does that work?
Yeah, I mean, I know. If you get into a league, there's certain,
you know what I mean?
There's certain ones where it's like each promotion has their ranking system type of thing. You know what I mean? I've done a couple competitions. Like I've won gold. I've won like the third place.
Okay.
I won one. I gold. I won like my last two were I got silver.
Yeah.
I mean, I've won. I've lost. You know.
Yeah. Word. That's what's up. Yeah. You're being honest as fuck.
Yeah.
That shit's not easy, dog.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
Jiu-jitsu, like, dog, that shit is so crazy. Like, so do you think you're more serious about the rap? Or like, do you think you're equally as serious about the fighting?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm equally, and I don't know if it's like hard.
Yeah.
You know, like sometimes I'm like, damn, I gotta choose because
is it almost the same thing as getting ready for a fight? Is it almost the same thing as getting ready in the mic?
So much like overlaps with each other. You know, like I mean, because like it's like with jiu-jitsu, it's like the work you put in like shows. You know what I mean? Like if you half-ass it in training, like if you don't go.
You miss a class
when you go out there, or you're like fucking not working out, you're being lazy, like you're gonna try to go fight and it's gonna show, you know what I mean? And it's like the same shit with this music. It's like you every time you bust some music out, like if you half-ass it or you're bullshitting or whatever, like it shows, you know what I mean? Like if you're not speaking from, you know what I mean?
That shit is fake, right? How do you fake it? How much can you fake, right? Like,
exactly.
You start spitting and it's like some corny, like you said some lines. Yeah.
So it
start going back to it and you're like, oh, what the fuck kind of
exactly.
I look at it like when I'm rapping, I'm trying to just be like how I'm talking, right? So when I spit and I just go into some shit, it's just probably some shit I would say when I'm speaking.
Exactly.
Like it's just more of a like I'm not trying to rap, but I just got. I'm trying to find the rhythm and like hit, you know what I mean? But like I can feel that in, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to set the vibe.
Yeah.
Like music to me is like I was listening to some shit about this dude Alan Watts and he was like talking about how it's called it's like Asian, I think, and then they think about purposelessness, fool. So it's not about having a purpose, it's about not having to be a purpose. And then she just kind of like hit. Like that's how I am with music. Like, I just do it because I want to do it.
Yeah, totally.
Right, but then like sometimes like why we started the podcast is like, yo, we talk shit for free, dog. So let's just fucking get some. Let's try to get some money out of it.
If there was a camera and mics at work, it would have been all the content would have been like better than The Office.
I think we've all had like viral moments that they didn't go viral because you just saw you were there live and you saw that shit. But like, I'm like, dog, just put a mic and record this shit.
To the point that some people at work be like, what? Like,
yeah, that was
like y'all are going dark.
We hit that shit for sure.
Dog.
But that's cool, man. That's cool.
Killing the Game podcast,
good to meet you, man. Good to meet you.
Likewise, thank you for having me on, man.
Music,
our boy DG over here, he's gonna go ahead and drop more music soon. Go ahead and subscribe to both channels. Go to his channel. Go check his music out. Go ahead and follow Instagram and everything. Go ahead and cut the show here. I know the last episode we had is of our episode, and we were telling everybody about the raffle and how it's going down and stuff like that. So
nobody do it.
Nobody has commented. So that's what's good. That's what's good because if nobody does it, the bottle's for us, dog.
You know what I said?
We're all going to go get Starbucks.
I was gonna do it through my girl so I could get this shit because I was like, what if no one does it? But I was like, I'm not gonna. I could have got that shit.
You basically just have to go in there and put raffle, and then your name goes in the raffle, and
let's just see first person to do it.
You get a bottle. You get a bottle. You get a bottle and a gift card to Starbucks.
We'll just leave it open. First person to do it. That'd be crazy. That'll be like a free gift that nobody wants to get.
Yeah,
but it can't be
us. That's what I'm saying.
On your
website,
just do it. No,
Instagram or
well, we just said you gotta follow the Instagram, the TikTok, and the YouTube. You gotta be subscribed to all three of them, and then you just go on the YouTube, and on that episode that we put of that, you have to put comment raffle, and then that's it. Your name goes in the raffle. Shit. But you have to be following, subscribe to all three. And
damn, I don't even have a TikTok. I gotta make a TikTok.
Fool, I don't even have social media.
Oh shit.
I got a cell phone number, bro.
So needs to go through everything.
I can't even
Fuck
text.
it, guys.
Yeah,
all right, then, guys.
All right.
Killing the Game podcast.
Yeah, man.
We
Killing
out.
the game.
Thank you.
See you guys soon.
Thank you for coming, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, whenever you want to come over again.
Whenever you got
for sure. I want to shoot a video right
whenever you just want to go ahead and kick it, get some strippers,
we're gonna make it happen, dog.
Some short strippers right here on top or something. I don't know.
We'll make it happen.
Some midgets. I don't know. It's not gonna be high enough. It's just gonna be like right here. All right, guys. Killing the Game podcast. We out. Peace, guys.